And it's been 1 year since the death of Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri, and the tragedy, you might remember, set off riots in the streets. Many today came out in his memory, hundreds marking the anniversary with a vigil not far from where the 18-year-old was shot and killed by a police officer. There were also tributes and calls for action here in our area. CBS 2's Steve Langford has more.
1,000 miles from Ferguson, Missouri, a die-in at the Barclays Center in memory of a young unarmed man killed by a police officer 1 year ago today.
What's his name? Michael Brown! Say his name! Michael Brown!
The late Michael Brown, not forgotten in New York City a year later as protesters made their point across the city.
Turn up, don't turn down! Do this for Mike Brown!
In Harlem, demonstrators invoked the name of the 18-year-old whose death is still sad shorthand nationwide for police shootings of young black men. In Ferguson, Missouri, Sunday, the anniversary marked with a march and a moment of silence. More than 1,000 people in all, including the Patton family.
It's hard for me because, I have like 2 young sons, and I don't want them to grow up in this kind of environment with the police, attacking the African-American community.
Look at these beautiful men and women, girls and boys!
Back in New York City, a rally in Union Square to remember Michael Brown and so many others, including this man's son, killed by a police bullet in 1994.
I've been out here on the streets protesting and rallying for the last 21 years for justice for my son, 13-year-old honor student Nicholas Jr.
A long and sometimes lonely crusade for an intractable reality of American life. In Union Square, Steve Langford, CBS 2 News.